This is what you need to know in plain language about buying a house. To my mind, the practical starting point is to see what's in the kitty, what's available. And that means putting together, I think, a budget. And as part of putting together a budget, you need to go to the banks and the brokers and see what can you borrow to help you buy the house that you want. There are always going to be restrictions and limits on the amount that you can borrow, but you need to sit down and do the exercise. And another part of the exercise, another part of putting together the budget, is looking at what are the costs going to be. And you need to start that exercise early as well. For example, stamp duty is a substantial element of purchasing a house. And currently it's 1% of the purchase price for houses costing less than €1 million and 2% if it's over €1 million. The other benefit of going to the banks and brokers early is that you start putting together the paperwork early, because there is quite a lot required in terms of documents and paperwork and so forth. When you have a budget and you know what you're going to spend, you can then effectively start looking, and then it boils down to location, location, location. It's a great expression when it comes to property, because location often has such a big bearing on the price of a house. Location is important in terms of amenities that are available. When you do find the house that you want to buy, the first part of the process is that the estate agent will ask you for a booking deposit, which is fully refundable up to the point that you sign a legally binding contract. The other detail that the estate agent will want is the name and address of your solicitor. And with that information, the estate agent will then issue the sales advice note to all the parties, and that effectively is the cue to the solicitors to begin the legal process. The vendor's solicitor will send to the purchaser's solicitor the contract, in addition to a copy of the title documents. The purchaser's solicitor will explain the contract to the purchaser. An important part of the contract will be the closing date, and the closing date is normally 2 to 5 weeks after contracts are signed. It's the day when the vendor's solicitor hands over the title documents and the keys to the purchaser's solicitor, who in turn hands over the purchase monies. Subsequently, after the closing, the purchaser will have the key for the house, but the work is not quite done for the purchaser's solicitor, who will then stamp and register the purchaser's title to the property. For more information, contact us or your own solicitor. Thank you.